An emergency call turned into a miracle for a firefighter. He met his new daughter. Mark Haddon admired his job as a firefighter in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina. It seemed like he was born to save people's lives, and there was nothing that would stand in Haddon's way to complete his duty. Except for being an amazing firefighter, Mark was a caring and devoted husband to his wife Beth, and a loving father to his two sons Will and Parker. But the emergency call he had received on November 14, 2011 had completely changed his life. The woman on the line complained of strong pangs of pain in her stomach, so Haddon dashed to the emergency scene to see how he could help. Emergency staff is trained to help people in need without hesitation, so when the duty call happened, he knew there was no time to call another emergency service. Moreover, fire departments are often called to the place where the ambulance is needed. It was a pretty serious call for us, Haddon told People. He related the stressful scene, explaining, "We got her on some oxygen, started some IVs, and literally, as we were getting ready to leave the parking lot in the ambulance, my partner said, 'We're about to deliver a baby right now.' There was not enough time to get the woman to the hospital, which meant only one hospital plan. Haddon, with his colleagues, had to deliver the baby on their own. In a while, the emergency call to care for one person turned into caring for two for Haddon. As soon as the baby was born, she was handed to him, and that was the moment that hit him. She struggled from the minute she was put in my hands, Haddon recalled People. The little girl let out her first cry in his hands. That moment was so thrilling for the man that he couldn't take his eyes off the baby. It was amazing to hear her cry. He took a trip down memory lane when talking with People. Haddon couldn't even think of the challenges the baby had to come to later down the road. The adoption system might not find her a loving home, and she could become an orphan for good. The man even jokingly told the doctors he could take her to his family. But, in fact, deep inside, Mark knew he wasn't joking or faking. Having more kids was always his big dream, and now a newborn baby seemed like the answer to his prayers. The man decided to call Beth and tell her what had happened. When the woman heard the news, she realized she couldn't miss out on such an opportunity. "Ever since we had the boys, we knew that we wanted more children, but I was preterm with them, so we knew that it wasn't possible to have any more babies," Beth revealed to People. That's how a regular emergency call turned into something that could be the biggest miracle for the Haddons. "I will never forget that day. It was a day when a lot of things came full circle," Haddon told CNN. But the main question still remained: would the couple actually be able to adopt this baby girl? Once the doctor told the biological mother her daughter would be given up for adoption, something changed in her eyes. It seemed like she finally realized what this all meant for her and her baby. The woman turned to Beth and started begging her, "I want you to adopt my baby. I can't give my baby to someone I've never met." Then she asked a nurse to bring the baby to Beth so she could see her. Soon after, the married couple signed temporary custody papers and brought their baby home. They named her Rebecca Grace, but everybody in the family decided to call her Gracie for short. The funny thing is that the first thing the couple thought of when they took Gracie home was, "Oh my gosh, we have to pay for a wedding." Before that, they had only sons, and it was a whole new experience to finally be the parents of a daughter. When they brought Gracie home, Beth's face lit up as well as the face of the little baby. Everybody was extremely happy to welcome a new person into their home. This heartfelt story touched the heartstrings of everybody in the community. The entire neighborhood paid it forward and decided to help the Haddons with their new member of the family. The Myrtle Beach Fire Department also awarded Haddon a Firefighter of the Year for his courage during the emergency, and also for giving Gracie another chance to have an amazing future. All these awards meant a lot for Haddon, yet his biggest reward was a little baby he and his wife wanted so bad. When she was 6, Gracie already knew about her origin and unusual entrance into the world. When someone asks her about it, she proudly answers, "My daddy delivered me in the back of an ambulance and helped me take my first breath." The Haddons don't want their daughter to forget about her story, yet she's too little now to discuss the details. They'll just need to reinforce it when she gets older. Meanwhile, Haddon retired from firefighting and decided to work as a volunteer. However, now his days are even fuller thanks to having Gracie in his life. "Every day I look forward to waking her up, getting her ready for school, and picking her up later on," Haddon proudly told CNN. Haddon said that Gracie made all their lives brighter and their family way happier. "She'd contributed to all of our lives," Haddon proclaimed. "She's part of our family, and that is absolutely the way it is," he told CNN. "We love her." Will and Parker fell in love with their little sister at first glance. "I just love her to pieces," Will told CNN. Being 15 and 13, they're real bodyguards for Gracie, and it'll definitely come in handy when the girl gets older. Christmas time is such a special time for the Haddons now. Sitting together in front of the Christmas tree, Mark and Beth realize how blessed they are to have 3 of the sweetest kids. They could have never had a daughter, but now she's already 6, so big and little at the same time. The couple spends as much time as possible with their kids, and when they see the bond their 3 children share, it makes them the happiest parents in the entire world. The process of adoption isn't easy at all. The decision to take a new baby into your family can be really complicated, yet the Haddons always knew they made the right choice. The couple can't stop wondering what a beautiful person Gracie is. They really want to see what future holds for their kids as they grow old. If even one child is placed in a family that's as loving and supportive as ours is, then that's our message, Beth told ABC News.